What's going on, Yeousch? Jimmy, your Chaosxsilencer, and happy 4th of July to anybody out there that celebrates the holiday. I hope everybody has a safe holiday, and if you're out drinking, having a good time, make sure you get a designated driver. I know it sounds kind of homo to some people, and you probably say, oh, you're not my dad, don't talk to me that way, blah, blah, blah. But the point is to have fun but be safe. Nobody wants to see anything bad happen. So, guys, I wanted to tell you guys a little story here, and it's about a 4th of July. When I was younger. I think I was 16 at the time, and I'm sure a lot of you did this when you were kids. We had the fireworks wars, and you would get tubes or pipes and have bottle rocket wars and things of that sort. I'm sure a lot of you do that now and have done that in the past, but we took it to another level. We had like 16 guys, and we would break off in two-man teams. So you basically have one pipe holder or rocket launcher holder, and then you had one lighter, the guy behind that would feed and light. But we didn't use bottle rockets and Roman candles. We used the big Scud rockets and anything, those big sidewinders, all the big ones that are out there, plus mortar balls. If you know what those are, when you buy them, they're the ball that you stick down in the pipe, and then they shoot off like grade A fireworks like you'd see at a fireworks show. So we took it to another level, and we had battles with it. And we were out at a friend's farm, and his parents were away, and we were doing our thing, going at it. I mean, it was normal to come out of there with bruises and burns, and it was crazy. It was probably stupid, but it was a blast. It was some of the funnest times I had when it came to being a kid in 4th of July. Anyway, so me and my buddy, Robert, were a two-man team. I was the rocket launcher holder aimer, and he was the feeder. He was the one that would put them in and light it. And we were going to town. You didn't really have a winner or a loser because obviously you don't really know what's going on when it's dark like that. But we kind of gauged it if somebody got hit with one or their clothes got burned. I mean, it was pretty intense. And we were going up against these other two guys at the moment, and the one dude was pounding those mortars out. And we were hiding behind a horse trailer, and he was shooting the mortars directly at us. And we kind of had an unwritten rule with those mortars because those things can kill you. To shoot them above and let them sprinkle down on the other team or whatever, but he wasn't listening. He was going to town, shooting them directly at us. These things were pinging off the horse trailer like it sounded like somebody was taking a shotgun and shooting the horse trailer, and we're right behind this thing, and these things are exploding like Saving Private Ryan exploding effects you would see in the movie right in front of us. We're freaking out, yelling at the kid to quit. We're trying to shoot our big Sidewinder missile rockets at him and stuff, and he wasn't listening, and he kept doing it, so we took off running. And now this kid's parents were away, and they had a horse farm, and we were out there on the horse farm. They trained professional horses because where we live, well, where I live now, there's an Oaklawn racetrack, which is a big horse racing racetrack. I mean, they have the Arkansas Derby here and all kinds of stuff like that. And this was a horse farm where they trained horses, racing horses and things like that. So it was a really nice farm, very expensive. And just giving you a backdrop real quick of what's to come here. So we take off running away from the horse trailer because he's trying to kill us, basically, with these mortars that they're shooting at us. And we go to the main barn, which isn't more just like your regular red barn you see, cow barn. This is a huge barn. I mean, you think about it. You're training professional racehorses and stuff. This barn was massive. And luckily, there was no horses in the barn at the time. But he didn't stop firing the mortars. And we ran in the barn to get away. Because, I mean, honestly, it was that point where we realized he was just stupid. And he didn't realize that he could hurt us severely. So we were trying to get away from him as far as possible. And we ran into the barn. And the dumb shit shot the mortars at the barn and in the barn. And caught the barn on fire. And if I had to estimate today, I didn't really know back then, I would say this barn at least had to cost probably $50,000 to $100,000 at least to put this thing together, if not more. And it sure as shit caught on fire. We all freaked out and tried to go get garden hoses and stuff, but this thing was way out there. There was one faucet out there, and we hooked it up, tried to stop it. We eventually got it, but 3/4 of the barn was gone. It was decimated. It was burnt to the ground. So we're all freaking out. The kid's freaking out because his dad's going to come home and just beat his ass. I mean, we're talking this is 15 years ago, guys, when in where I grew up, if you did something wrong, you got whooped for it. And you got whooped until you remember what you did and you don't do it anymore. It's not like that nowadays. But this kid was scared to death. And I don't blame him. I never knew what happened when his parents got home. I know we didn't even really get to talk to him for months after that. But it was pretty insane. And I remember being scared to death when the kid was shooting the mortars at us. So the moral of the story is if you're going to have firework battles, make sure you don't use the big mortars and don't shoot them at flammable objects like houses or buildings or barns. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. I wanted to share that with you guys. The video is going to be coming to an end here in a second. I cut out the chopper gunner. I do some work with it, as Mr. Blackout would say, but I'm not going to waste your guys' time with it. I just wanted to put this up there and wish everybody a happy 4th of July that celebrates it. Have fun, have a blast, but be safe. And that's pretty much it. I think I go 32-2. This is an older match, just some good gameplay. We as Snacks would say, wax that ass. 202-30. Yeah, there it is. I've got some buddies in here with me. But that's it, guys. Make sure to check out Yeousch Reloaded and look for other channels coming up. And also look for announcements. We've got new director/partners being brought in as we speak. So you guys check that out. Check their channel out. Show them some support. And introduce yourself to them, all you Yeousch members and everything. This is Jimmy, your Chaosxsilencer, and I will talk to you later.